game, and it's gonna be awesome. And you can, it's a physical, actual, like, look, cards, lots of cards. Where's the camera? Cards everywhere. So it's a real physical game. So this is really awesome. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get Razlo coming in. Just a second. Bam. Here we go. Hopefully this doesn't explode.
Yo!
Whoa! Welcome to the Supershow!
Woohoo!
Yay!
Technology.
Yeah, science. All right, awesome. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself while people kind of peek into chat and prepare themselves for the awesomeness that is going to be playing a card game that's meant for a group of people on the internet?
This will be the biggest group I think to ever play the game for sure.
Breaking records, guys! Woo!
So my name's Razlo. I'm a independent dev. I work by myself. The name of my studio is Game Fun, and this is my first game, Billionaire Banshee. Very simple game. I used to work in video games. I worked at a few different studios, but most notably at Harmonix for 7.5 years. And this is my first time doing my own thing.
So you decided to go from making digital games to making a physical game.
Yeah,
something of note.
So I can't code, and a lot of coders don't want to work for you for free with the promise of eventually making money when you put out a game, as it turns out. So I didn't let that stop me. I was like, I'm making a game no matter what.
That's good. And I'm glad you did, because I love this.
Thank you very much.
I was playtesting this live because I'm like, I don't know if this is something that is possible to do streaming. Like, how is this physical game thing gonna happen? And oh boy, guys, oh boy. I ended up streaming for a couple of hours doing this. So...
Yeah, it was very fun watching with the small crowd, so I'm very excited to see it tonight.
This should be interesting. Are you up for being the subject of the chosen person occasionally and pretending to be single?
Oh, sure, no problem.
Awesome.
I've answered very questionable things to people I just met only seconds ago.
Lovely. Well, this time it's not just going to be to people you've met. It's going to be to just a whole bunch of people lurking on the internet, so they will know all kinds of things. Dun dun dun. All right, so we're starting a little late. So luckily I had set aside a big chunk of time for this, and so hopefully it won't eat into that too much. We'll try to kind of buffer things. The way that this game works, is that something you'd like to explain, or should I like hold up cards and talk to people?
Sure, I can explain the game. So basically, the inspiration for the game is, I'm sure that everyone at some point has been on a long road trip or hanging out with their friends and asking, would you ever date, X scenario? So this is a gamification of that sort of conversation. So for the purpose of the game, everyone playing the game, everyone in chat suddenly, sorry, some of you, is now single and looking for a life partner. And whoever's turn it is, I guess it's my turn right now, is about to meet someone that's an ideal match for them in every way. But they just found out these two traits about them, a perk trait and a quirk trait, that are going to decide whether they can spend their life with them or not. And now we're all going to secretly vote what we think whoever's turn it is going to say.
Right. So the way that this is going to work to make it so that everybody at home can play along is I have created a bet, and which you'll bet whoever the chosen person is, you're going to bet on if you think they're going to pick deny or date for this potential partner that has this quirk and a perk that are because you get one of each of these cards. And so I'm going to open up a bet after I've read the two cards out, and then everyone can bet for about a minute, and then we'll be closing the bets, and whoever wins the most bets, like whoever has the most points at the end of this hour, wins a copy of the game. So deny is the bet ID of 0, and date is the bet ID of 1. That's how this it was hard to find a program that even did this, but this is a cool bot called Ankbot, and it does it, and it's awesome. So we're gonna do it. I'm super excited. All right. I'm just warning the person who's on next that things are running a little late so that they're not like freaking out that I'm not messaging them really quickly. All right, so I'm just gonna grab these. Oh, actually, one warning. And actually also a cool thing to point out, the backs of these cards, do you see how there's a bear on one and a guy in a business suit on the other? There's actual different like classifications of cards. And some of them, like the ones with this bear, which is actually like wearing leather and holding a whip, are not exactly good for children. So if you are a child and you are watching currently and your parents are gonna freak out if you hear the word sex or things regarding that kind of stuff, you should mute or plug your ears and go la 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 the whole time. That's my warning. You've been warned.
Very adult of you.
I try to be responsible. All right, so you want to go first? I'll read these to you.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Go to bed, children.
Yes, children, go to bed. All right, so your perk is they own a super yacht. They love taking exotic trips on it. Yacht is fully staffed. They can afford the yacht. Smooth ride means no seasickness. And the yacht has a built-in hamster circus. So that's that right there. You guys, each card has unique art on it. So I'm trying to show it off on this fancy camera. God.
Okay, I'm gonna keep a poker face here so I don't give away what I would say.
That's right, yes. That poker face, you keep it right behind the internet. It's good. And then the quirk that they have, this wonderful yacht owner that you could potentially be dating, they have a foot fetish. They worship your feet. They like smelling and licking your feet. They ask you to wear certain shoes. They like being stepped on, and they need you to participate in their fetish.
Okay.
So, before he answers, he's going to stay silent for a minute. I'm going to open up the betting, and then, well, you guys will bet. And then when Raslo reveals what he thinks is good for him emotionally, he's going to bare his heart to you internet folk.
And to remind people, it was zero. What was 0 and 1?
Oh yes. Hold on. It'll actually.
I'll
Hold
tell
on.
you there.
Oops.
Oh, it tells you right there. Great.
Yes. Did I start it or did I stop it though? Hold on. I broke things.
Seeing started.
Betting started. There we go. Sorry guys, that was confusing. So, if you think that Raslo is totally cool with a yacht owner with a foot fetish, you're going to hit ! bet and then a number to bet. And it gives you bonus payout tokeny things. So you're going to want to bet like 10. The more you bet.
A lot of
Yeah.
denies in there.
Yeah, some people don't think that you're okay with foot fetishes. Now I wonder if they're betting because they think you won't admit that you're okay with having a foot fetish, or if they, or maybe they think that you are the type of person who doesn't like yachts.
I bet if they saw me, the voting would be considerably different.
Potentially, just imagine this green-haired person is actually like a selfie of Raslo, because
Only with red hair.
red hair, yes, a red-haired version.
Less jaundiced.
Trying to get the camera to actually focus on the text, but it doesn't want to. Camera, go!
Cameras.
Come on, camera, don't be stupid.
Yeah, I was like focusing on the box there.
Yeah.
There you go. Got a little better.
Is that any better? At least you can read it. It says Billionaire Banshee. I don't know. The rest doesn't matter. All right, so we've got a couple votes in there. Things are coming in. Actually, things are not coming in. What is happening? I broke things?
You tested this?
Yeah, I've tested this. Votes aren't coming in, guys. This is just a test round. Hold on. I'm gonna restart this. Dude. Hold on. Restarting the thingy. But okay, so basically that is how the game works, though. And so we're gonna restart Ankbot. because I messed things up.
Right. If we were playing this in person, as each person revealed their vote, they would be explaining why. So, saying, I've dated weird women in the past. I have no standards. Whatever their explanation is for whichever way I'd vote.
Right. Yes. So he's gonna say why and that it's okay. All right. Let's load the Billionaire Banshee bet preset. Your payout is 50%, so that means if you bet 10, you'll get 15. Now let's see if we can do this. Sorry for the confusion, everyone.
Did you lose everybody's money?
Yeah, I restarted everything.
You didn't lose their money.
Didn't lose. I lost everybody's monies, but they should be in chat, and so therefore they should be getting more points.
What?
Yeah, that's how it works. They should be getting 15 points. Everyone who's betting 100. You don't have 100. I just started this.
Look on the thing to see if the bets
What
are coming in.
thing? They're not going to come in if they don't have the points. My goodness, this worked just like a little while ago.
That's what I'm saying. That's not working.
Take offline, automatically become a regular, live payout amount. What is happening? Hey guys, it broke things. Oh. Alright, well, let's just play a round or two of this until currency starts showing up, because I don't know why it's not.
Damn you, technology.
It's seeing all of the chat, so it's definitely working. I know, I'm just a game dev, guys! I'm sorry! I don't know what I'm doing. Twitch name. He loves robot. Points 500. Hours 11. Okay, that shows up, and then do I work? I'm just debugging. I'm sorry, Razzle. I'll be quiet. Why don't you chat a little bit more about the development process?
So
and like what it was
they're
like
all
doing
they're
the
all on the edge of their
thing?
seats, finding out if I'm into a foot fetish or not.
I know.
I
It's
can
so.
tell. They want to hear about the hamster circus. They're dying to know.
I know I am. Go ahead and reveal, and we'll try that again in just a minute when all of this comes through.
Sure, I could just reveal this, and then we can try another round after. We can call this a test round.
Yeah, I think that's what it ended up being. I tested it earlier. I don't know why it
Only person
didn't work.
in the system.
I added that in manually. It's okay.
So I'll just explain it while you're doing that. So I hate to disappoint all the people that said I would deny this person. I would totally date this person. First of all, we'll go with the perk first. A yacht is kind of wasteful, but the hamster circus totally wins out on that for me. And also we get to travel cool places. I'm down with that. And then the foot fetish thing, if I'm attracted to someone, I'll go with whatever weird stuff they want to do. So I'm okay with that. Even if it's not my personal thing, I try to please. So that is why I would say date. So everyone that thought I would do that, you were absolutely right. I bet people that know me would said that I would date.
Well, that's kind of how this game works. Like, you'll get to know people you already know a little better.
So for an example, if we do another round with me as the player again, I bet you people will have some preconceptions about me based on how I answered here. So we're getting to know each other, really quick.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. All right, so let's do another round then. These are gone. Also, I love that you chose cats as the voting cards. How did that happen? Like, was that just a random spur of the moment thing?
I was just trying to pick something fun. It could have been like very clinical when it's just like voting cards. So anywhere in the game, I tried to make it something fun. So sexy bears, unicorns, cats. Tried my best to make every element of the game fun if I could.
I think you did a good job. So that's
Thank you.
awesome. I'm excited.
Appreciate the people in chat saying that they're into it, even with the technical issues. That's awesome.
The nice thing is these technical issues actually have nothing to do with the game at all. That's on me.
They won't follow you home. They won't follow you home.
I am doing a horrible job of this. Aha! There we go. It is just populated. Just about everybody in chat has anywhere from 15 to 20 points now. So
Awesome.
we are in the clear. I'm sorry for the trauma.
I expect all 303 of you to know me very well now
That's
when we do this next round.
All right. Oh, yes! Actually, as we're doing this, why don't you post a link to where they can get this game if they're already
Sure.
totally sold?
I can absolutely do that.
Before we start a round of voting and the chat just devolves into a whole bunch of ones and zeros.
There you
And
go.
while you do that, I'm going to give you their perk and quirk of your next potential date. Now, Razlo, the perk for your incoming love option. They are a world-class massage therapist. They will massage you if you like. They won't charge you. They can do all styles of massage and the happiest of endings if you like. Boop. So that's the perk. And now, incoming is the quirk. So, be prepared.
I'm prepared.
Be scared. For they have insect wings. They are proportional to their body. They can fly with them, and they can carry twice their weight. Which means so long as you're lighter than them, I guess they can carry you around and fly?
Well, yeah, as long as you're twice whatever their weight is, yeah.
Oh, twice. Oh, right, yes. Well, depending on how small they are, changes
Right.
everything, I guess.
Sure. Yep.
All right, so here we go. So that is the perk is that they're a world-class massage therapist, and the quirk is that they have insect wings. So you now need to think about Razlo, and you have to think about these actual things happening. Are insect wings too weird? Is massage something Razlo cares about?
Right. So you did one round with me already. I said yes to someone with a yacht that had a foot fetish. So would I say yes to someone that would give me massages for free that has insect wings?
Right. And now to bet yes, you type in !bet 1 if you think that they would date, and you say !bet 1 and then a space and then the amount of coins you're betting. And then if you think that he's not okay with dating this person, you have to bet 0 and then the amount of tokens that you believe that is like your confidence level. It's like betting.
Are you noticing a big difference here in the votes now that this is what I was talking about. It doesn't take long before people make preconceptions about you after you've answered one of these rounds.
Yeah.
Last time it was all zeros. There's no way I could handle it. This time they saw that I dealt with a foot fetish, and now almost every person is like, he is absolutely going to be able to handle insects.
They're like, feet, wings, same thing. He's got this.
A lot of people were saying this was a double perk for them.
There you go. Yeah, I mean the flight thing and the massage thing. I can see that. You know.
EIT Terrible says free flights and happy endings. You're not saying no.
Lots of confidence happening. All right, so I don't have an easy way to tell when things are gonna end. So I'm just gonna say that they're ending now. I'm going to take these cards away, and then I'm going to wait until the stream shows that the cards are missing, and then I'm going to end the betting. So
Okay.
once the cards are gone, you guys, that's
I
when
like
betting
it.
ends.
Seems fair.
I'm trying. All right. So betting is ending. All right, Razlo, what's the verdict?
Okay, so there was 3 of you who thought that I would say deny to that combination. I am going with the majority here. I would absolutely be with a professional masseuse that had insect wings. Tinkerbell is hot as hell, and I'd be with her even if she didn't give me massages. But massages is a huge bonus. I pay for massages right now. Free? You kidding me?
There you go. You heard it here first.
So we're gonna do you next, Alex?
Oh, okay. All right, fine. I'll be next. I'll be next.
They've been seeing you stream all day. I'm sure that they've got your number.
Interesting. Yes.
Do I get to vote 2 on this one?
Yeah, you can
Awesome.
vote to win your own game.
I'm going against you guys.
Yeah! Alright, so with me as the chosen person who's currently single, sorry, robot, the Perk. They own a sex toy factory. The factory makes toys in every category. You can take any toy home. It is a very profitable business, and they will make custom toys based on you. So, that's inappropriate. Good job, Razlo. Am I a prude? Now that's what everyone has to think about. And now the quirk. They are in a band. Interesting that that's a quirk. I guess it's not entirely negative, not entirely positive. It's a quirk. Right. It doesn't say like total horrible thing.
Right.
So they're in a band. What does that mean? They frequently tour or are in the recording studio. Bandmates crash on your couch, and obsessed fans constantly try to sleep with them. Oh, this card idea was by Keith Smith. Kickstarter backer, right? Because this was a Kickstarted game.
Yeah, he's in a band, so he knows.
He knows these things.
He knows how it hasn't worked out for him.
Interesting. All right, guys. So, those of you who have points, this is your time for betting on those points. The betting, hold on. It has not started yet. Hold on, guys. I haven't started the betting. Here you go. The betting is now starting. So, the betting has started. I'm wiggling my fingers in the camera. Timing, lag, and things. So how long did it actually take you to make this game? This is kind of nice. These little pauses. We can actually like talk, developer talk.
So I worked on the game for a little over a year to get it all together. It was made a lot easier. That doesn't sound like a long time, and it's not. But it was made a lot easier when I lost my job, because then I could just work on it full time. So that compressed the development time. It was going a lot slower before that.
Oh, so you were currently working at Harmonix?
Yeah, I was working at Harmonix. They had a series of layoffs, and I had dodged so many over the years, but finally got hit by one. And then I said, okay, I was already working on this game, and I said, all right, I guess I'm a full-time indie now.
Fair enough. That's a good way to roll with the punches for certain.
Right.
Because this is out already. I mean,
That's right.
It's a physical game.
Yes.
There's a box. It's out. You've been selling it for how long now?
The game came out in March. I got a few advanced copies that I was selling at PAX South in January. So I have been able to have it at shows before the release date, but it came out in March, and every month I'm at a different convention showing off the game, which is really fun. Love meeting people, getting to play the game with people. It doesn't get old, because as long as I'm playing it with new people, there's always new conversations being had. So I'll be at PAX Prime in 18 days or so, if anyone's going to that.
Oh, sweet. So if you're actually going to be at PAX Prime, that's the perfect opportunity to pick up this game.
Or I'll be at, I'll also be at, I'll go through some of the conventions I'll be at for the rest of the year. I'll be at Chicago Game and Toy Fair. I'll be at Essen, which is the biggest tabletop convention in the world, in Germany. And I'll also be at PAX Australia. And I think I'm missing something, but that's all I can think of right now.
On your website, there's like a tour. You have it mapped out, right?
Yes, that's right. I haven't added Essen yet, because that just got confirmed.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. And is that where you see the majority of your sales, is through these conventions and things?
What typically happens is that I get big bumps in sales at the conventions. Most of the time when people play the game, they like it and end up buying it. And then the other way is through things like this. Whenever there's like a YouTuber or a streamer that does a show on the game, it ends up boosting, because people just see other people having fun with it. They can picture their friends and the answers they would give on some of these, and they want to see it themselves.
That makes sense. Awesome. Okay, so I ended the betting in the chat. I realized the smart thing to do is just handle it over text, since that's real time. I'm a smart person. So, now the question is, did I pick date or deny on this person that is in a band and owns a sex toy factory?
I said date. I'm gonna
You
see if
did.
I thought you'd say did this.
Interesting, interesting. So I'm actually kind of torn because I don't have anything like entirely against either of these things. And there was a point where I wanted to like be in a band. There's a little part of me that still kind of does. And there's nothing wrong with sex toys, but I feel like the type of person that would do both of these is not the kind of person that I would actually enjoy being with. So it's actually a deny, maybe not for any of the reasons that you would have thought though. But that is the winner, is the deny, which is actually the majority of people in chat.
Deny based on prejudice. I can't believe it, Alex.
I know. It's horrible. I'm a bad person. They'd either be too much of a free spirit for me, or they'd be like too hardcore, or like
They definitely have a lot going on, that's for sure.
yeah, they'd be too busy. I'd be lonely. I don't know. But at least I have sex toys to keep me company.
That's right.
Never mind. This children. La 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 la.
Yeah, they're still all along. Don't worry. You're
Okay.
safe.
Good.
You instructed them.
All right. We're gonna go for another one. This is gonna. Calvin, do you want a round? You've been lurking in the background.
Sure. why
Yeah.
not?
All right. So now Calvin is the person.
Okay, he's a very private guy. I'm interested to hear this.
Yes. Oh, you have to be 100% honest, robot. Are you ready for honesty and singleness?
Okay.
Okay. Is everybody enjoying this so far? I feel like this is really fun. We're gonna try to do a couple more rounds of this before for too long, so I'm gonna try to speed this up. So get your votes in as fast as you can. So what would a robot say to a potential life mate whose perk is that they are more flexible than a contortionist? They can get in positions quickly, it causes them no pain or damage, they'll only show off if desired, and they can kiss their own butthole. That's their perk.
They don't have to.
my.
It's just that they're capable.
They have the ability. It's not something to do regularly necessarily. It's just they're capable. That's how flexible they are.
Cool.
Now,
Be in a circus.
their quirk is that they wear bread bowls as shoes. They like the feeling on their toes. They won't wear shoes. New bowls are worn every day, and sometimes there's soup inside. How did you think of this one, Razlo? Seriously.
I've worn some strange things on my feet.
All right, so betting has started.
How often is there
Now,
soup inside?
Robot is debating his trouble of how often is there soup inside. Razlo would know. What is
Yeah,
the
it's-
frequency of bread bowls?
You know, it depends, I guess, how early they wake up, or if they get there before the soup's put in or not.
Oh, so Bonzo Apps is asking why the game is called Billionaire Banshee.
Very simple explanation for that. The game is combining a perk and a quirk, so even in the name of the game, they're a billionaire, they're a banshee. That's the perk and the quirk there. The other reason, more of a markety reason, is that if I called the game something to do with like a dating game, and I'm at a con and I'm trying to get a bunch of dudes to play a dating game with me, I'm not going to say that I'm an unattractive soul, but I don't tend to get a lot of heterosexual men flocking to play dating things with me. So by kind of obscuring that a little bit, they go, what is this game? And then they play it, and most people are into it after they play it. But I think there's a stigma with saying something's like a dating game. So
Well, that makes sense, actually. That's a really smart decision, I think. People are very quick to judge based on a couple of words.
exactly.
So, yeah. I
What
expect
kind of
clam
soup are we
chowder.
talking? That's so funny.
All right, so get your bets in, people. I'm gonna warn people in chat because we're gonna wrap this one up and go for the next one. I'm so bad at typing right now. My brain is complete mush.
I don't blame you at all.
Glowing ending.
You know that you've put a lot of pressure on yourself because you said in chat that nothing would be a secret, so now you have to get it right.
That's right. No secrets.
And the amount of married couples that have told me before they go to demo the game that, oh, we know everything about each other, and then have failed miserably, has got to be at least a 70%.
Yeah. Well, there's some things that you just never ever thought you'd
Right?
have to ask yourself.
You never thought about the
Bread
contortion of the
bowls?
bread bowl choose.
What? I've never had this option before.
This game asks the hard questions.
Mm-hmm. It's tough, man. It's hard questions to answer. All right. So here we go. The betting has stopped. Betting is stopped. Robot?
Deny.
No!
Oh, wow.
Really? Contortionist
so
and Red Bull is
here's the
not a
thing.
thing.
Here's the thing, is that I really don't like soup.
He actually
I don't
doesn't.
like-
I
I
can
don't-
confirm
I
that.
don't like eating soup.
Doesn't like soupy
I
sauces.
don't like smelling soup.
That's why your concern was how often is there soup in them.
He kind of gave away his answer, I guess, a little bit when he was talking about it.
Well, he did ask in a very robotic, monotone type voice.
That's
to
true.
kind of not give it away.
You should have a good poker face for this game.
So, those of you who bet on Deny have been rewarded appropriately for the level of stake that you place in it. Is this fun on the internet, guys? Is this okay? Is this good? Do you want me to just stop doing the chat interaction? Do you hate it? I'm learning too, because I think I could do this a bunch. I could have like Billionaire Banshee night all the time.
I appreciate that.
It's so much fun. All right, we're doing another one. Calvin, you want to do it again?
Sure, why not? It's fun.
All right. Yeah, see? Even robots having fun.
It's even fun for robots.
Also, very interestingly, so far, Robot is the only one that people have had like almost even bets on which way
He's hard to guess. He's hard to guess for sure.
Mystery man. He used to be even more of a mystery. When I first met him, he had a super long black trench coat.
They come out of like dark alleyways.
All right, we're gonna be asking you some hard questions. Are you ready, Robot? All right, so here we go. They own a private island made of chocolate. This is definitely a perk card. The temperature is controlled so it doesn't melt. Any elements eaten get rebuilt. No one else lives on the island, and the chocolate doesn't go bad. So that's a lot of awesome right there if you like chocolate.
It's not soup.
Not soup, yeah, no soup. And it's temperature controlled so the chocolate isn't even squishy. Right? So there you go, that's not soupy either.
It's a cold climate.
However, the quirk is they want to eat one of your toes. They ask about it constantly. They won't eat it without your consent. If you let them do it, you get to pick which toe. They would cut it off, then eat it, and they would never bring it up again. So, how important is a mountain of chocolate? Or an island? Yes, a private island made of chocolate versus one of your toes.
Now remember, Robot, that outside of this, they're an ideal match for you. So this is the most attractive, best personality outside of maybe this toe obsession that you've ever met.
Yes.
The other thing is, this is one of the only cards in the game that has a quirk that, if you went along with it, you would negate it, and then thus they would be simply just the perfect person, assuming you didn't hate the perk.
Yeah, Adorable says, don't you dare pick cannibalism over soup.
People get real angry when they can't figure out in their brain how someone else's brain thinks. It's very fun.
If someone kept asking me to eat one of my toes, I would run for your life. See, and that would be your answer, Ledger. So what does Robot think?
I've had a lot of guys say that they could just drown out the person talking.
Just
So it wouldn't matter to them.
it could be. Yeah, it's tricky. That's right, because they won't like forcibly eat your toe.
Right,
It's just something
same.
they're really excited and interested in. All right. Voting ending soon, guys. Get those votes in.
You can make new toast made out of chocolate.
Finray, that's awesome. Like new
That's
toes.
thinking outside of the box.
Oh man, that's beautiful. All right, let's get like another handful of these going. So we're gonna do this quick. I'm gonna try to do a couple more runs of this. I'm gonna stop the betting.
After this, we're gonna find out something about one of these weird chatters.
Yes, and then we're gonna do a couple from chat, and then we're gonna have to go because time just flies super stupid quickly over on this.
It's true.
All right, so I'm going to stop the betting. Boop! It has stopped. And the verdict of the chocolate private island with someone who wants to eat one of your toes.
So, like, here's the thing. Chocolate Island sounds pretty great. It's a remote place. The temperature sounds like kind of climate. But somebody who wants to eat toes, they've got something to
No, you deny.
Controversial opinion.
Oh, you couldn't quite hear him? He's saying chocolate islands sound great and everything, but somebody who wants to eat one of your toes has something wrong with them, basically. All right, all of you denier voters, you have been awarded a thing. So, we're going to really quickly run it's not actually a giveaway, it's a vote for whether or not you get, like, if you want to actually be the person who's doing the voting on if you're the chosen person who's dating. That's the words.
Yeah, who wants to reveal more information about themselves in chat?
Right, yes. Who wants to reveal more information about themselves in chat? Because you can now do that. I think that should have worked. Did it go up? Yes. Giveaway for a date has started. I know it says thanks, Dev, still, but that's because I'm too lazy to change it. So, if you want to be the person that gets quizzed and revealed cards at, now's your chance. Let's see. All right. Doing this real quick. Oh man. Thanks, Deb. It's not sarcastic. Robot. No, it's good. Good. Thanks, Debs. All right, it's slowed down, so I'm gonna assume that that's pretty much. No thanks, Debs. Thanks, Bonkman. All right, gonna stop the entries. Bam. Pick a winner. Jevin! The winner is you! Awesome. He comes into our chat all the time, actually.
Awesome. That's
So
great.
he will be prepared. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna hide chat. Jevin, when you have the answer for this, PM it to Kitty Loves Robot. Here, I will post in chat so that you know. All right, going back to the mini game, resetting it. All right, here we go. These are your choices. You decide what is your future. Okay. Oh, I keep putting one upside down and it's the wrong one. All right, Jevon. Nobody knows anything about him other than the fact that he has just posted an emoji in the chat.
Says a
Other
lot.
than that, you don't know anything. So, the perk for your potential life mate is that they wear, like, whoa, sexy clothes. It's conservative or outrageous, and lots of different outfits, all sexy. So that is the perk for your potential life mate, Jevon. Now for the quirk. Perhaps you're prepared for this. Maybe you've, I don't know, watched some movies about people who wear sexy clothes. But this one also happens to be a werewolf. They change every full moon. They're okay with being locked up. They can't make you a werewolf, and they cannot control themselves when in werewolf clothes. So, would you, for real, date a sexy werewolf? This is the question that everyone is asking themselves right now. So, here we go. We're gonna start the betting. Bet away, everyone.
What kind of clothes do you think Jevon would like to see a werewolf in?
Now that is a tough question.
I'm picturing like a fluorescent orange thong.
Oh my goodness. Woof. Yeah.
Parting the fur.
To offset like that kind of silver gray with like
Right.
slight little sprigs of kind of brownish colors.
Yep.
But they're not always a werewolf. That's true too. Only on the full moon.
Sure.
Is Jevon a furry? Yep, there you go. That would also alter. That would also alter the outcome for certain. Look at all these bats.
It's
People
only
are.
during full moons, though, so if maybe a furry would be disappointed.
Yeah, it's tough. It's also, yeah, it's also only just on the full moon. So if you're like not into that kind of thing, it's not a super huge deal. They don't mind being locked up, so you can kind of just hide them in your basement when it happens. It's easy to predict because you know when a full moon will be. And yeah, that quirk could totally be a perk, and that perk could totally be a negative. That's
Right.
one of the really cool things about this. It could go either way for anybody.
Yeah, I'm making no personal. People think I'm making personal judgments in the game. I'm making no personal judgments when I label something a perk or quirk. I'm just making a guess. Like if I were to poll, everyone in the U.S. or the world, what do I think the average person would say? Obviously, that differs pretty greatly from what the average gamer would say.
All right, so we're probably going to have. Did he PM Robot Loves Kitty? Because I didn't get it.
Oh. Yes, he did.
So
Jevon said
can
he
you
sent
check in
it.
the chat? Yeah, he says he sent it, but I didn't get it. So I don't know.
How did he send it?
I don't know. Did you PM Kitty Loves Robot, Jevon? We're so confused and lost and lonely and scared. Did he send it to you?
Well, I'm looking.
Robot is slow. It would be highlighted, I think, if you did it. So, I think we're gonna make one more game through of this. A playthrough of this, and this is your last chance, guys, because whoever has the most meows at the end of the next row is going to be the owner of a physical copy of this game, assuming you are willing to give us a shipping address.
Yeah, Ben's saying you could just say it in chat since the voting's ended.
Yeah, actually I haven't ended the voting. I should do that.
You could end the
I
voting and then
stopped.
answer.
Yes.
I want to hear.
He would date. There we
Oh,
go.
can you give an explanation, Jevon? I'd love to hear what about this appealed to you.
Indeed. Yes, this is where the learning starts.
You can find out about your regular chatter here. Oh, thanks for the people saying they're gonna buy it at Amazon.
Oh, that's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Support the dev. You're also a dad, right?
That's
so you're
true.
not just supporting a dev, you're supporting a mini dev too.
Yeah, I stay home. I do a stay-at-home dad thing during the day. When my son takes a nap, I work on the game, and then when he goes to bed at night, I work on the game until like 3. So I still get like a full 8 hours of work in. It's just very strange.
It's I don't have children yet. I imagine that it's something that gives you much higher efficiency. In a sense, I've heard that a couple times. That, like, you don't realize how much free time you have till you have a kid.
I mean, I don't think that everyone could run on the little sleep and deal with a crazy kid running around all day and all that. But luckily, I happen to be a person that's okay with not a ton of sleep.
That works. Oh, and so Jevon's answer is that it doesn't sound like too much of a hassle, and like Woa is just like whoa, can't
Good
beat Woa.
explanation.
Yeah, it's good reason. So that means date people 1, pick as winner. Woo!
Jevon's responsible enough to pay attention to moon phases.
That's right. Yes. All right. So we're gonna do one more of these. Those of you who are racking in the points, this is
Who's
your
it gonna
chance
be
to bet your
next?
points. You could lose them all if you bet too many, or you could be the biggest winner of winning this. And then we're gonna switch over to another awesome game. You guys are gonna freak out, called Hacknet, which Calvin is gonna play because he's a robot and it's hacking, so it just makes sense. Okay. Who should we do this with? I'm gonna do another one myself. It's easiest. and I only got to go once before, and Robot got to
All
go
right.
twice, and that's not fair.
They kind of remind you of your first answer. You said you would deny the person who's in a band who, what was
They
the,
had a sex toy factory.
right, the person in a band has a sex toy factory. So if people are just jumping in and want to get an idea of how Kitty has answered previously.
Indeed. Oh my gosh, I love this combination. This is gonna be kind of fun. All right, so guys, remember, this is an actual real copy of the game on the line, so be smart with your voting, your betting, or whatever. Would I, Kitty from Kitty Loves Robot, an indie dev, a female with flowers in her headphone, ducks on her shirt with raindrops, and the back of it says like piss off or something. I don't remember. Would I, with this perk and this quirk, would I date this person seriously? They can use mind control. They can only control one mind at a time. They won't use it on you. The person controlled is not aware, and they are willing to use it for your game. So, full-on, actual mind control person, psychic person kind of thing as a life partner. But there's a quirk involved. My goodness, what could this be? They have Tourette's. They can't control it. They won't take meds. They won't just stay home. They make noises, use swear words, and racial slurs. Alright. So I'm going to try to withhold my own speculation since I'm gonna just... This is an actual real copy of the game on the line, so I'm not gonna mess things up and give people any kind of cues as to whether that's good or bad. I'm just completely poker-faced here. Razlo, feel free to speculate as you will, or you can use this time to what's the word? Talk. There's the word.
Talk.
Yeah, this is your time to like promote yourself
Sure,
one last time and get
throw
things.
up a
going.
series of links here. Boom, links. You can get your own unicorn shirt on BreakingGames.com. You can go on Amazon and pick up the game, or buy it on BreakingGames.com. You can bug your local game store, tabletop store, to carry it. I appreciate that. Or Board Game Cafe. Do the work for me. I really love that. In terms of this combination, I'm more thinking about how much I would love Kitty to have Tourette's than I am about the potential date. But I don't know. It's hard to say whether I think she'd use mind control for her own personal game. It would certainly make being an indie dev easier. You'd get like publishing deals left and right. You know, you'd do a stream. People are instantly buying your game. That'd be pretty good. So the other thing is that so I'm working on an expansion of this game. People buy it and end up liking it. I was originally hoping to have it out by the end of the year, but we'll see. I try to get 3 cards done a day on any card game that I'm working on. But I'm also working on a new game called Re-Extinction that is a dinosaur cockfighting game.
What? Wait. Dinosaur? What?
So let's say that people resurrected dinosaurs to have them battle each other, and that was the sole purpose they resurrected them. That is the basis of the game. So everyone has a, in this case, a Tyrannosaurus that is, right in front of them. That's 3 cards high, and each card they pick up is like a defense card, but it's a card that your dinosaur physically wears. So let's say you want to defend yourself, from alien mind control. Someone plays a hazard that's alien mind control. You can, if you have the tinfoil hat card, you can put that on your dinosaur and protect yourself from that. And then you get to see your dinosaur looking really dumb, which is very fun, hopefully.
Wow. You mentioned the tinfoil hat. Now I totally remember having a conversation with you when you brought me the game
Yeah.
about it. It just,
yeah,
I was just re-excited all over again.
Yeah, I printed up, a test version and play tested it at Gen Con, and I should have a actual professional printed demo version at PAX Prime if anyone stops by the Add Magic booth. So even if you've own Billionaire Banshee and you're sick of playing it, there's still a reason to check out that booth.
That's awesome. That is super cool. All right, let's decide, guys. The betting has stopped. So the question is, would I date someone that can use mind control and has Tourette's? Now I sat here. I actually ignored you a tiny bit, Raslo, so that I could
That's
really
fine.
think about this. Because I was like, man, Tourette's is. I mean, they can't help it. It's not their fault. But would it be okay to be an indie dev with somebody that makes noises, uses swears and racial slurs? Like, how would that work? Would I have to not let them come to shows with me? I don't know. And then they can use mind control. I'm like, well, I could use this for good or evil.
Right.
How evil do I want to be? Do I even want that temptation?
It's tough.
Or can I do good? And so, what I realized is obviously if I could do mind control with a little bit of money and a little bit of travel, we could have world peace. And
Oh, wow.
and regardless of dealing with the Tourette's and all the strange awkwardness that might come about, I would totally date this person and encourage them to use their mind control for good.
You're the first person I've ever played this game with that has turned the mind control card into something that's going to help the world and not themselves.
But really,
Yes, definitely.
I'm a good person, guys. I win the things. So those of you who bet date, bam, check out that. You just got extra points.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. All right, so I'm going to take a moment, look through all of everybody's currencies, and tell you guys who the winner is of all of the points. That is not me, because I went through and tested things and added a bunch of points to myself. So far, AC Wraith has 148. That's the highest I'm seeing. Alex Expalin, 175. Oh boy. What does we have anything that beats 175? Oh, Coconut Avocado has 265.
Wow. Wow.
Do we see anything higher than 265? My goodness. 198, that's not higher. 284. Ralzarak in the lead. 329, Spectrum N8. Oh, who I know. Interesting. He's done well. Spectrum N8 is in the lead with 329. It's like I'm actually calling out a race. It's kind of fun. 329. Do we see anything higher? Oh, man. XX Pego almost beat him out. That was close. 329. No. Spectrum, you are the winner.
So just PM me. It's I'll put my name here in chat.
Spectrum, this is awesome. I am excited for you. This is going to be an awesome game. You should play it with your mom, and you should record it. Maybe you can take out the... That's the other really cool thing, just for anyone who didn't check out the stream right when I was starting it. The backs of these cards... here, I'll show you here. The backs of these cards, these are all perk cards, but there's actual different backings on them. And those backings actually signify what type of question it's going to be. And so if you're playing it with your mom, you'd probably go through the deck and just take out all of the ones that have the bear and leather. And then it's not so bad.
Yeah, as one word of warning, even physical games have bugs. There is one sexy card that is labeled as a reality card.
No.
And so it is that they want to have sex with you in a bear costume. So that one...
Surprise!
That one you could potentially surprise your mom with. If you
Yeah,
don't look
that,
through.
yeah, be prepared. Prepare your heart.
That's fixed in the second printing, but I'm giving away the first printing, so too
Well,
bad for you.
Yeah, it's free, no complaints. And if you bought it, that's your own fault.
I've noticed a difference in different cons too.
Oh yeah?
The PAX cons, a bunch of perverts. They specifically hunt out the sexy cards, and Origins the most conservative. I had a guy who was going to have nightmares because of the pizza nipples card,
What?
which is so tame.
That's so goofy and fine. It's
was like,
fine.
I was like, I'm glad that you did not see what else is there, if that's giving you nightmares.
Yeah, man.
Thanks everyone for playing, and thanks for having me on the stream. Very fun.
Thank you so much, Razlo. This is an awesome game. I'll probably try to give you a heads up if I ever do, like, recover from the Super Show
Yeah.
and stream the game more.
We should
Because it's
hang
really
out and
fun.
play it in person too,
Yeah,
since we're
that'd
local.
be awesome. Yes.
Sometime after
Should
work
have
or
a-
something.
A game night. That'd
Yeah.
be fun. I'd love to do that. Because, yes, amazing. He actually lives like 10 feet away practically. Which I didn't even know that you existed, Razlo. So I'm glad that the Super Show happened. I made some
Yes,
friends. It's good.
absolutely.
All right. Thank you again, Razlo. Feel free to like slap a whole bunch more links in the chat again for anyone who feels like buying this game, because they should. Just so you know, we went through this many cards, like to see this tiny little thing, and there were this many more to go. So there's like a lot.
There's a lot, yeah.
There's a lot. You are definitely
Over
getting your money's
200.
worth.
Over 200, which means, with the combinations that's well over 400 combinations.
Yeah.
So the
and
chances of the same person's getting the same, traits twice in a row is
There's-
very unlikely.
there's also blank cards, so if you come up with something really good, you can do it yourself. It's pretty cool. All that jazz.
And hit me up on Twitter at Razlo if you want to hear about other stuff I'm doing.
Woohoo! So that's a thing! We did it! You did it, Razlo!
Thank you for streaming. I know
awesome.
it's unconventional to do a tabletop game. It requires a little extra work on your part, so I really appreciate it.
It was my pleasure. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do more physical games, because I know how hard it is to get people to discover them. It's just a whole different level of challenge. All right, I'm gonna find Skype because I don't know where I put it, and I'm gonna switch over to the next person.
All right, I'm disappearing.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Leaving the cuddle basket and off into the dark, cold internet he goes. Woo! Bam! There we go.